David Britton Estates said the home and studio has a host of flexible options for income potential and multi-generational living.
Oh, well, hundreds of people enjoyed the sunshine and took opportunity to see a steam train travelling through Cumbria. Tagmere was on the coastal line, travelling from Carlisle to Canford from 1:22 p.m. It is named after the military airfield in Sussex and the Battle of Britain. Class locomotive, completed at...
Carry on.
Completed at Southern Railways Brighton Works in... Oh.
Carry on.
Okay. What is he going? In September 1947, and given the number of
Well, the number's
The
not
number
really
doesn't
important.
matter. Lots of distractions there. Matthew still being distracted.
Following the nationalisation of Britain's railways, Tangmere was renumbered in July of 1949, so it's had all sorts of bits done to it.
And
Yeah. So, Oliver, we're approaching the general election. We'll go on to that a bit later, but first we'll talk about a West Cumbrian man that has stolen £26,000 from his grandma.
he's a monster.
The West Cumbrian man who stole more than £26,000 from his grandma has been spared immediate prison, but was told by a judge he would have to live with the shame of what he did. Carlisle Crown Court heard several family members, including Kevin Teasdale, 38, had attended the 81-year-old woman's home on April 4th. Not April 1st, that wouldn't be a very good joke at all. The defendant was drunk when he attended the court, said prosecutor Tim Evans, not looking fantastic now.
No.
As his grandma played bingo with other relatives, Teasdale was told to go into her room and was being noisy. Visitors left the address by 11:30 p.m, including Teasdale, with a bag. But his gran discovered that cash was missing the next morning and was unable to locate it. With the help of her daughter, during a search, police were called. The defendant was arrested and a search conducted on his home address, and found under a duvet was a bin bag full of cash.
When interviewed, Teasdale said he'd not been to his grand's address, but explained that his memory got fuzzy due to a neurological condition. He spoke of leaving with a bag containing a pillow and curtains before saying, "I would never steal off my nana."
So he left his grandma's house with £26,000, which was just in a house as it is,
Yeah,
and curtains and a pillow.
yes. And when showed images of the money, which totalled to £26,060, which was found at his home, he said he didn't know how it got there. So,
Did he know how the curtains got there or the pillow though?
no, he said it was fuzzy, but then he later admitted theft and was sentenced today. Defence lawyer Marion Weir suggested it had been a moment of madness for Teasdale. She said it was clear he's come from a close family that has had a significant effect. She said he knows nothing the court can do will rebuild the trust that he's lost between him and his family, particularly his grandma.
Well, that makes sense. The court heard of Teasdale sustained a significant injury in a trampoline incident in 2016 and have since labouring under medical issues which affected everyday life. Judge Michael Fanning suspended a 30-week prison sentence for a year, acknowledging Teasdale suffered from neurological injuries and a brain injury that he had suffered earlier. People will just think, how can a man do that to his grandma? He'll just have to live with the shame of it. Teasdale of Farmoss, Northside, Workington must complete rehabilitation work and the probation service of an 8-week nighttime curfew, so he's just not allowed to leave the house at night. So he won't be able to go to bingo with his grandma.
Oh, I think
dear.
that's good for his grandma.
Maybe they can go. Maybe they can go to the afternoons. Do you think she won all that at the bingo? No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Who has £26,000 of cash
well, it's
just in their room?
not for
in
us
a
to
bin bag?
speculate, I suppose. As he left court, Teasdale told the judge of his grandma, "I had not spoken to her since the incident. I would really like the opportunity to speak to my nan and apologise to her." During a previous court hearing, it was said that the cash was due to be returned, I presume along with the curtains and
The
pillow.
pillow. Well, let's talk about burgers. Plans have been revealed to revamp and extend Workington's McDonald's. The firm had appealed for planning permission to build a 76 square foot extension. This will include plans to replace the drive-through booths, doors and some windows at the Workington branch. However, the application said it would not create extra jobs. The planning application is currently being considered by the Cumberland Council planning officers. This is quite similar to what has happened in the McDonald's in Whitehaven, which has been approved applications to undergo a convenient of future refurbishment, which would take place later on this year.
Installing a time machine, I suppose. This is your update on the upcoming UK general election with a special focus on our home county of Cumbria. As the UK gears up for the general election on July 4th, Cumbria's 6 constituencies, and that's Carlisle, Copeland, Workington, Barrow and Furness, Penrith and the Border, Westmoreland and Lonsdale are key battlegrounds. In Carlisle, the focus tends to be on looking at public infrastructure and transportation. In Copeland, more economic growth and job creation. I mean, we've got the town deal over in Cleatormore, over in Whitehaven, things like that. Workington looks more at healthcare. They've got their little community hospital. That is I heard that you know Mark Jenkinson. Is he up for re-election this year, do we think?
Yes, he'll be running, but not for Workington.
Oh, right, okay.
Because his office is in Maryport, which has been cut off in the...
Big wall of Maryport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've segregated them.
Don't talk about segregation. Carry on.
But he's moved from the Workington constituency, because his office is in Maryport, to the Penrith and Solway constituency.
Ah, yeah, they changed the constituency borders, didn't they?
Yeah.
Barrow and Furness prioritises the shipbuilding industry. That's about all, unfortunately. No, I won't say that. And Penrith and the Border, with its rural landscape, lots of agriculture and sheep bleating away. Westmoreland and Lonsdale campaign efforts focus on rural community support, mental health services, which of course affect the whole county in general, and local businesses' sustainability. Speaking of stormy weather, we now go to Oliver Foote.
No, it's Jaden.
No, sorry. We go to Jaden Nutter with Sports Kiosk. Over to you,
Yes.
Jaden, who's joining us from Video Link over in Norway.
On his cruise. It seems Jaden's having some difficulties in Norway. Well, how about we talk about something more local? The weather. Good evening, Whitehaven. This is your trusted weather update for the coming week, brought to you by Towercast Media. I'm Oliver Foote, and let's dive into I don't know what happened there, what you can expect in terms of weather for West Cumbria. Starting with Monday, the week kicks off with partly cloudy skies. The temperatures will be relatively mild, peaking at around 16 degrees Celsius during the day and dropping to a cooler 10 degrees Celsius at night. Winds will be light, coming in from the northeast, about 10-15 kilometres per hour. So it's a great start to the week if you have any outdoor plans. Moving on to Tuesday, we'll see an increase in cloud cover. There's a slight chance of showers in the afternoon, so you might want to keep an umbrella handy just in case temperatures will. I've just been sprayed. I don't know where I was. Temperatures will be similar to Monday, with daytime highs around 15 degrees Celsius and nighttime lows dipping to 9 degrees. Winds will remain gentle, maintaining that northeasterly direction. Wednesday brings a bit of a change with more overcast conditions. Rain is likely, particularly in the late afternoon and evening. Expecting around 5 to 10 millimetres of rainfall on Wednesday, so it could be a bit wet out there. Highs will be a bit cooler, topping off at around 14 degrees Celsius, and the lows will be around 8 degrees Celsius, mainly at night. Winds will pick up slightly, blowing from the north at 15 to 20 kilometres per hour. So take hold of your hats, might blow away. As we reach Thursday, the weather will remain unsettled. We're looking at a continued cloudy sky with intermittent rain showers throughout the day. It's a good day to stay indoors if you can. Temperatures will stay on the cooler side with a high of only 13 degrees Celsius and a low of 7 degrees Celsius. Winds will come from the northwest at around 20 kilometers per hour, adding a bit of a chill to the air. Friday offers a bit of a respite as the rain will subside, giving way to partly cloudy skies. There'll be still an odd shower, but generally it's going to be a much drier day. Temperatures will hover around 14 degrees Celsius during the day and drop to around 8 degrees Celsius at night. Winds will shift to a westerly direction, calming down at around 10 kilometers per hour. Looking ahead to the week, Saturday is shaping up to be the best day of the week, with mostly sunny skies with just a few passing clouds. It'll be slightly warmer, with highs reaching up to 16 degrees Celsius and lows only hitting 9 at night. Winds will be light, making it a perfect day for any outdoor activities you might have planned. Finally, Sunday we'll see some cloud cover and a slight chance of rain in the late afternoon. The temperature will be quite consistent for the rest with the rest of the week, with highs around 15 degrees Celsius and lows near 8 degrees Celsius. Winds will remain light, coming in from the southwest. To recap, it's a mixed bag of weather this week, with a bit of everything from sunshine to rain, but be sure to be prepared for the changing conditions and make the most of the sunnier intervals. That's all for the weekly weather forecast from Whitehaven. Stay tuned to This Evening Cumbria for further updates and detailed forecasts. I'm Oliver Foote and wishing you a wonderful week ahead. Stay safe and take care.
Very good. It's only 59 days to go until Kendal Calling. Festival goers just have 59 days to prepare for Kendal Calling. Billed as the mini Glastonbury of the North, the 4-day event at Lowther Deer Park will feature headliners Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, Paolo Nutini, The Streets, Paul Heaton, with guest singer Rhiann Downey and Keen among hundreds of other musical acts. Organisers expect around 40,000 attendees, with tickets selling very, very fast. In fact, I saw a social media post fairly recently saying they only had, I think it was 3% left of tickets, general admittance tickets, so get them bought if you're planning to go. The main stage will feature a jam-packed lineup, including Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds and other people as well. At Parklands, it's always a party. Fans can step into the Upside Down Garden, that sounds interesting, and experience otherworldly entertainment with live music, comedy, DJ sets and family entertainment as well as more. This summer, Parklands is headlined by lottery winners, the Lightning Seeds and Katie B. Additionally, comic Paul Smith. He is very funny. I've been to one of his shows down in Liverpool, absolutely hilarious. He actually did. Look up Paul Smith Whitehaven to see what he thinks about our county. The unique and whimsical spirit of Parkland continues with our Kendal favourites Tim Burgess, joined by Gary Neville for a highly anticipated DJ set. So it's all looking very, very good.
Yes. Well, going from Kendal Calling, we'll be talking about gin. A new limited edition gin from Cumbria's Lake District Distillery is set to raise thousands of pounds for the Lake District Mountain Rescue teams. The Lake District Distillery at Setmurthy has designed the Lake's Mountain Strength Gin to support the work of the volunteers who give up their time and risk their lives to rescue others across Cumbria and the national parks. Inspired by the dedicated mountain rescue teams, the Lakes Distillery said it would use special release to support their work, to educate visitors about being adventure smart.
By selling them gin? Called Mountain Strength.
Yes. The Cumbrian distillery will target to the 30,000 people who visit their home, and with special neck collars.
Like priests?
Yes. On the Mountain Strength Gin, to help share the importance of the adventure smart message throughout retailers and pubs in the area.
And I think that's about all we've got time for tonight evening. We might have a little bit of time to just talk about what do you think about what's going to happen with the next general election?
Well,
Just as general, what are your personal thoughts?
I think the Conservatives won't do as well as they think they will, but I don't think it'll be a complete landslide to Labour.
Yes, well, that is following what we've heard from some of the political correspondents over at the BBC that have certainly been saying. But we'll just have to wait and see, won't we? All right, well, that's been all from us tonight from this evening on Talcast Media. I'd like to wish you all a very good evening and good night.
Good night.